Sam, Bill. How you going?
Who are you?
Claude.
Heartbeat, tonight at 8 on Granada.
Life continues now in Coronation Street.
Shut up!
Coronation Street is sponsored by Cadbury's Milk Tray.
Oh, morning, Mr. Sugden. Oh, and thank you for your card.
Oh, don't mention it. Many happy returns, by the way.
Thank you. I can't say I feel a happy birthday glow. I'm rather sorry. In fact, I've invited people to this party tonight. Oh, still, it's done now. Mr. Sugden, I don't want you to go to any particular trouble in the kitchen.
Sausage rolls, that's all I'm doing.
There's no necessity. I can get all we need at the corner shop.
No sausage rolls, you can't, not the real thing.
Oh, Ken. Morning. Come in.
Yeah.
Oh, and thank you very much.
What?
For your birthday card.
Oh, Emily! Oh, happy birthday. Many happy returns. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. I've been, well, sort of bemused with this, this happening.
Oh, is something wrong?
Well, I don't know whether you call it wrong, but, you know those trays of sand that Roy Cropper urged us to put
Yes,
down?
complete tomfoolery, if you ask me.
Please, Mr. Sugden, go on, Ken.
Well, I didn't get in until late last night. It was, well, after 11, so otherwise I'd have come round straight away, only, well, I thought you might be in bed.
Yeah,
you know.
but what happened? What is it?
Well, I think it might be better if you come and look for yourselves.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, morning. How are you?
I'm all right, I suppose.
What's wrong?
Nothing really, it's just... Well, you're going to hear about it anyway, because you know what they're like around here. It's me and Angie, we've decided to call it a day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all right. I mean, there's no broken hearts or anything. It was... Well, it just wasn't that special, and that's what the problem was, I think. Still. You've had your hair cut?
Yeah. What do you think?
I like it. See ya.
See you.
Yeah, come on, walk in here.
You lock the door.
I will, yes, I'll look at it.
Oh, don't forget we've got Emily's party tonight.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes, we do. Anyway, it'd be a good chance for you to tell people. You know, tell people your news.
Yeah. Thank you.
Seem to be patterns in the sand.
Yes?
Definite patterns. Quite regular and clear shapes. It reminds me of those photographs you see in the newspapers from time to time. Some field of corn, and then overnight these patterns appear.
Crop circles. Yeah, exactly. That's what struck me.
Oh.
It's wind. Like the traffic yet from under your front door.
Well, Percy, I've a sceptical nature myself, but I think there's more to this than you're making out. Now, I'm going to ring Roy Cropper. And I suppose as his house is affected too, Les Battersby. See what they've got to say.
There'll be more wind from those two.
Oh, really, Mr. Sugden?
I'll tell you what, Kenneth, you're very lucky you haven't got a cat. Or you might be finding something very nasty in the middle of that sand tray.
There you go. That's all right for you?
Yeah, that's great, thanks.
Dave's still asleep. No point waking him up, is there?
Seems to have been a few changes round here while I was away.
Yeah, there have been. The Wiltons have gone. Mr. Wilton died.
Oh, I heard about that. And I see some new people in Grandma Ivy's old house.
Yes, there are, worse luck.
How do you mean?
Well, the Battersbys are a bit on the rough side, I've told you.
A bit? That's the understatement of the year. They're horrible.
Why? What they do?
Well, you'll find out. I tell you, it's bad enough living across the road from them. I wouldn't live next door to them if you paid me. I mean, the music blaring out till all hours. They can't do anything without shouting. And the father's light-fingered.
Yeah, your mother's sort of sat on the fence on this one.
It's all right, like you laughing, but I'm told that wherever they've been, they've made the neighbours' lives a misery. Why the council had to buy that house and put them in there, I don't know.
The kids can't be all that bad.
That's what you think. If our Sarah Lou turns out like those Battersby girls, I'll disown her.
So what do you reckon? Right, you're the expert.
I would say, very definitely, that there has undoubtedly been an occurrence. What some people would call a manifestation.
So it's the real thing then? A definite ghost?
I did not say that. I did not use that word. What I will say is that we are up against something we don't yet understand. Now, I am not prepared to call that unknown element a ghost, though some people might.
Me, I would.
Percy Sugden suggested it was a draft that caused these patterns, wind under the door.
Did he? Now, I would call that whistling in the dark. No. What we have here is a juxtaposition.
A what?
A juxtaposition between two elements, earth and air. Not caused by chance, no. There's some kind of intelligence at work here.
Definitely.
Now, when I say intelligence, I would suggest a very low form. Brutish, even. Yes, primitive, even, but nevertheless, it's there.
So, what do you suggest we do?
Ah, well...
Oh, hang on a second. We've seen what's happened here in my house. Anything significant in yours?
No, nothing. Not a trace.
Emily, what about the same tray in your house?
Oh, do you know, you're going to think I'm awfully disorganised, but I haven't looked. You came to the door before I'd even thought about it. I'm sorry.
Right, then let's go and see.
Well, Randy, you're nice and clean now, aren't you? Ready for CO's inspection? Hey, I've got you a nice stick too, a new one here. I'll give you this now.
Do come in, please.
That's it.
Now then, as you suggested, I placed the tray...
Against the wall, midway between front and rear doors.
Yes, which meant behind this...
I dropped it, haven't I?
Oh, where's the sand?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, the tray is empty. The sand's all gone.
Are you sure you filled it, Emily?
It was full. I am not Senna, Ken.
No, we're all a bit on edge. Let's just keep our nerve. This is very interesting.
Excuse me.
You can't say the wind's done this.
This is the strongest incident yet.
In what way?
Excuse me.
Oh, please, Mr. Sugden.
They call this portage, Ken, the actual movement of solid material.
If you'd let me get a word in, the sand out of that tray is in Randy's cage.
Oh, Mr.
No,
Sugden.
it was standing doing nothing and ran out of sandy bottoms.
Hey up, Ange. Pint, is it?
Yeah, go on. Bitter, please, Samantha. Suit me mood.
Oh, what's up with you?
You might as well hear it from me, I suppose. Me and Chris, we're now history.
Chucked you, has he?
You would assume that, Barnes. No, he has not chucked me. It was done by consenting adults in private. Mutual agreement. Well, we weren't going anywhere, were we?
Well, my house is certainly going to seem bigger without him sprawling across the settee.
I can see why you like him, Sam. So sensitive. All that empathy.
Percy, I've got a drink in for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now then, what's so important that you want to consult me about?
Well, this sheltered flat you're moving to...
Mayfield Court? What about it?
Do you like it?
Percy, I wish I'd moved in years ago. I do. I should have let our Maureen get on with it. I tell you, they're lovely flats. Wheelchair friendly, and I'm beholden to nobody. Mark you, if you do need help, like, there's a bell system to call the warden. Of course, I know you're a fixture at Emily Bishop's. It's no use telling you how well you'd be suited.
How well would I be suited?
Well, for a start, you'd be a cockstride away from the British Legion Club, and apart from all that, you're still a fit man. You've still got all your faculties. A man like you, you'd be a king at Mayfield Court. I tell you, you'd be in great demand. There's 2 flats going at present.
Oh, so I hear.
What do you want to know for, any road? You've always told me you were well settled at Emily Bishop's.
Ah, well, I always have been, but there comes a time in your life when you want to change. I mean, I don't like to end up like some fellas, you see. An awkward, cantankerous old fella, you know, fixed in his ways. It wouldn't do me.
If you come to Comet and spend over £199 on absolutely anything, like a cooker, a TV, a fridge freezer, or a PC, you'll get a Sky satellite system absolutely free. It's even installed for free, too. So check the Comet price index in Saturday's papers and choose anything you like for over £199 to get your free Sky satellite system. Because deciding what to buy is the only hard bit. A free satellite system and installation when you spend over £199 right now at Comet.
I want to move banks, but I don't want to spend forever waiting for my new chequebook card and PIN number to turn up.
Right, girls, remember, best behaviour.
Psst, Joyce.
Derek.
You making bread?
Yeah.
You're doing it all wrong. You want a knead like this. Slowly and firmly. Otherwise it won't rise. That's it. See you after school?
Yeah. Right. Yeast, Rosemary? Well, Joyce. That's excellent. In fact, it's almost as good as a Warburton's.
Warburton's, bakers born and bred.
Isn't it funny how they all agree pizza is tops, but can't agree on the topping? And when your takeaway pizza turns up, you rarely seem to get change from a fiver. At Asda, we'll make you a fresh, ready-to-cook pizza with up to 6 toppings, tasty thin crust or delicious deep pan, and all for a permanently low $1.99. That's why the pizza, pasta and Italian food industry have voted Asda Pizza Retailer of the Year. Prize-winning pizzas and permanently low prices forever. That's Asda price.
Pooh Bear has a problem.
Christopher Robin is gone.
So together with his friends, he goes in search of him. On an adventure that lasts until...
I've discovered where he went. Look!
Christopher Robin comes home from school.
I'll always be with you.
And so can you. Winnie the Pooh's Most Grand Adventure, his first new movie for 20 years.
Silly old bear.
First, they tear your head off right. Then, they suck out your insides.
Frubes! Patty Faloo in tubes!
Excuse me. Hi, you live at number 5, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, we're sort of neighbours. I live across the street. My name's Nick.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm Leanne.
Yeah, I know. I used to live in your house when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, with my granddad. Well, I mean, he wasn't my real granddad. He died a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, I know. He crashed just there at the viaduct in a car. I saw it happen.
You saw it?
Yeah, it was amazing. Bang! It just crashed straight into the wall. I mean, well, it was awful. But I think it must have been quick, though. You know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Everybody says our house is haunted. Did you ever see anything?
No.
No, I haven't either.
But I mean, my dad used to live here before he married my mum.
He looks a bit... Well, he looks a bit young, your dad.
Oh, you mean Martin? Oh, he's not my real dad. My dad died.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, which room's yours then? I used to keep in the one at the front.
Yeah, I do as well. I have to share with our kid, though. She's a real pain.
But it's all so different to when I was here.
Well, why don't you come in, if you want, for a visit?
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers. John said he wouldn't be late. You know, Emily's party.
That'll be a swinging affair.
I take it you've not been invited.
I'm not on Emily's party list, luckily.
There you go. And that's on me.
Oh, thank you.
You're looking a bit tired, if you don't mind me saying so, Rita.
Well, I am, because I've been coping on my own all day.
Oh, I thought you had Judy Mellor working for you.
So did I. As it turns out, you'd think I were working for her.
Oh, well, you see, that's what you get with staff these days. They don't want work. No, they want pension schemes. They want facilities, staff canteens. What they don't want is work.
She can't help it, I suppose. She's got to see to baby first.
Hey, now, see, you're running a business, not a home for bewildered mothers.
I know that, Alec, but
And at your time of life, you should be using your head to save your legs.
For a minute there, you were doing all right, Alec. Now you just blew it.
Well, here's your chap. Hiya, John. Next my round, what you having?
Nothing, thanks, Liz.
Flying tomorrow, are you?
No, I'm not, though I should have been. Deirdre, I've got some... Well, it's bad news, I'm afraid.
I'll make myself scarce.
Oh, no, there's no need. It's not something I can keep private for very long. I got the results of that medical I had the other day.
Oh? Is anything wrong?
Oh, nothing that would matter if I wasn't a pilot. We have to have regular checks to make sure we're still fit to fly.
Oh.
And I'm grounded.
Oh, no.
As of right now.
Well, what do they say is wrong?
Inner ear trouble. Like I say, nothing too dreadful for a man with his feet on the ground. Which is me from now on. My flying days are over. For good.
Do you want me to call for you?
No, I tell you what, I'll meet you outside the paper shop about 6:30, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Only don't say anything in front of our kid. Hiya.
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 Who's this?
This is Nick.
Oh, aye. Not related to old Nick, are you?
No. Nick Pilsley. I live across the street. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
He belongs to that lot across the road, does he? I've not seen him before.
He's been in Canada. He's their eldest. Yeah, and he was just telling me the guy who used to live here, that was his granddad.
That nutter who got killed in that car?
Yeah. Flipping heck.
You want to watch him, then? That'd be a psycho like his granddad. Runs in families, you know. I know a lot about psychos. I've had a lot of dealings with them over the years. And there's quite a few down that social security.
Are you going out with him?
Mind your own business.
I can't stand them flats.
Oh, will you stop nagging at her?
They're a snotty lot. And that Gail, every time I go in that cafe, she looks at me like I'm something she's found on a shoe.
Every time you go in that cafe? And whose money are you spending? Mine, isn't it? If you think I'm slogging away at Baldwin sweatshops so you can sit in cafes...
I didn't say I spent out, did I? I go in to
You got stuffing your guts on my wages.
Shut up! If you weren't such a lousy cook, I wouldn't have to.
Oh, I'm a lousy cook, am I? Right. Well, you can make us tea then. Go on then. Start with ease.
Don't hang around with psychos, he says. I've got to live with them.
Well, there's always a bright side, you see, Captain. From now on, you'll be able to have a proper drink whenever you want.
That's not really much of a consolation.
Oh, it could be, but you've got to work at it. I mean, the nights I've seen you stood in here with Deirdre, nursing an orange juice because you had to take charge of a jumbo the following morning. Well, now you can be K-Lied all the time, knowing that is a great comfort.
I'll take your word for it.
She's very convincing, your boyfriend. Very plausible. Almost found myself believing the account he's now putting out.
Ken, he was a pilot and he was grounded because of ear trouble. The only thing that isn't strictly true is the timing.
A man who can lie about one thing can lie about a lot of things.
All right, so he found it difficult to accept being chucked on the scrap heap. I seem to remember you didn't enjoy being chucked out of a teaching job you'd given your life to.
Two things are totally different.
Anyway, you said you'd go along with it, Ken, please.
I'll go along with it. Give you a performance, too. But we both know it is a performance. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your bad news. Must be difficult being forced out of a glamorous and well-paid job.
Yes, it is.
Which ear is it, by the way?
This one.
Ringing noises?
No, you're thinking of tinnitus. Well, they dignify what I've got with the name vestibular neuronitis. It means I could get, well, I probably will get dizzy spells. I may get progressive hearing loss, though. I hope not. But it has cost me a career which I happen to love.
Happy now, Ken?
Happy birthday, love. Aye, and many of them.
Oh, well, thank you. Though whether at my age it's something to celebrate, I don't know.
Of course it is. You're still here. Anyway, be like me. I stopped counting years ago.
Emily,
I'll get you something.
is there something wrong with Percy? Is there some trouble in him? Well, I really don't know. And with Mr. Sugden, it's unwise to ask. But he has been rather odd recently. I keep feeling he's watching me. Can I get you another drink, Mrs. Grimes?
No, thank you. I'm all right with this one.
Well, do have something to eat.
Yes.
Well, I'm afraid there's rather a lot of sausage rolls. Mr. Sugden would insist on making them, though I'd have been happy to buy them from your shop.
Well, I've had 2 already, and they're better than shop bought.
Well, they may be. But when Mr. Sugden makes them, I cannot set foot in my own kitchen.
Oh, I say.
Excuse me. That would be
Okay.
funny.
Right. Can I have you made your mind up? No, thank you. No.
I'm thinking about it.
You do that. I'm saying nothing, except that she doesn't appreciate a good sausage roll, nor the chap that makes them.
They're nice, but
Here we go.
Give Nick a shout, will you?
Nick, your tea's ready? Here you are, sunshine, I'll do that. Last time you tried it, there's more on the floor than was on your plate.
Who's that?
Oh, it'll be Audrey. Never fails. Get some food on the table, Audrey appears. Like a genie out of a bottle. Oh, hello.
It's Nick in.
Who is it?
Come in, come through. Someone for Nick.
Hi, Leanne.
I waited outside the paper shop.
Oh, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Mum, I'm off out.
Your tea's on the table.
I'm not hungry.
Where are you going?
I don't know, a movie or something. Anyway, I'll see you later. Come on, Leanne.
Yeah, see ya.
What's going on, Martin?
Well, it looks like boy meets girl to me.
Not that girl, Martin. Over my dead body.
Hey, what's what you're saying?
Right, who wants Nick's chips?
Me!
Oh, that's awful for you. And they can cut short your career just like that.
They have to do it, Emily. It's passenger safety, you know, people's lives.
Well, yes, but it seems very hard luck on the pilots. Will they offer you a ground job? Something in the office?
Well, they might, Emily, but as a matter of fact, I've got something sorted out already.
Oh, my word, you have been quick.
Well, a very good friend of mine has a string of airport shops, including one in Manchester, actually.
Oh, I see.
And he's asked me to help him run the business. Now, it would mean a fair amount of travelling, going around the various shops at the airports, but still. I'm used to travelling and, well, Deirdre's used to me being away.
Oh, I've had to be.
Excuse me. Mr. Sugden, do we really need any more sausage rolls?
Always reinforce success. That's an old army rule. Who's put this tot over, Randy?
I have. He was making rather a lot of noise.
That's a way of enjoying himself. It is a party, you know, isn't it?
I'm not going to argue with you, Mr. Sugden. I see Ken needs another drink.
Budgies are allowed at Mayfield Court, but no cats.
You really got it very wrong about Deirdre's friend, Ken.
Yeah, apparently I did.
You saw him in a shop at the airport, he said. One of his friends has a chain of these shops.
So it would appear.
If I can be frank, Ken, and speak as a friend, I believe you wanted to think the worst of John. As deep down, you're still jealous of Deirdre, and it warped your judgment. You'll have to be more careful in future. He's obviously a very nice man. No wonder she's so attached to him.
It's a load of rubbish, all this ghost stuff. I mean, it's just superstition.
So I take it you're not superstitious yourself, then, Audrey?
Well, I draw the line at sleeping 13 in a bed, but apart from that, I definitely am not.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Mrs. Roberts, and this is not what I heard you say the other day.
Right, look, it's just a load of trickery, you know. I mean, come on, look at all that fuss made about Ivy Till's this so-called ghost.
I keep hearing about that. What was the strength in that?
Well, that was a big leg pull, wasn't it? Jack Duckworth and his pal Dom Brennan having Vera on. He was a strange fella, you know, that Dom Brennan.
You can say that again.
Well, I know not about that, but I'm telling you, There's strange things going on in these houses.
Oh, come on, Les. It's just somebody having a bit of fun. It is not ghostly spirits, I'm telling you that.
Well, I could grant you that if it was somebody like Des Barnes involved, but, I mean, Ken Barlow and Emily Bishop, and they're not what you call pranksters, are they?
I'll have another pint, Roy, if you're buying.
Oh, right. Would you like a drink, Audrey?
Oh, I'll have a gin and tonic, Roy, seeing as it's you.
If you would, please.
Pint of a gin and tonic.
And how about you, Mr. Gilroy? Where do you stand on this business of the spirits?
Oh, that's very kind of you, Roy. I'll just take a large Irish with you.
Well, it's been lovely, Emily, but I am dropping, so I'm going home to put my feet up.
Oh, well,
But
thank you.
Oh, thank you for coming. Good night, Rita.
Bye.
Good night.
There you are, lad.
Oh,
There you are.
well, I think people enjoyed it. But you did make rather too many sausage rolls, Mr. Sugden.
Mrs. Bishop, I've got something to tell you.
You know, that friend of Deirdre's is ever such a nice man.
Mrs. Bishop, I'm moving out of here.
I beg your pardon?
I'm moving out, Mrs. Bishop.
Oh,
I'm renting a flat in Mayfield Court.
oh, I see. Well, of course, if that's what you want, Mr. Sugden, but it seems a very sudden decision. Is it because of all these strange things that have been happening?
Well, if we're talking straight, yes, it is.
Well, I don't like these manifestations any more than you do.
But the medals, Mrs. Bishop, pinned onto me pyjamas. Don't tell me a ghost did that. It didn't. It was a human being.
Well,
Now-
it is very strange, I agree.
Well, I know I didn't do it, so there's only you left.
Mr. Sugden, I've never touched your medals. Still less your pyjamas. I'm amazed you could think such a thing.
Do you know what I do think, Mrs. Bishop? I think you did it, but you can't remember.
What on earth do you mean?
John Barleycorn, Mrs. Bishop. You've been canning the drink recently, you know you have.
Mr. Sugden, it's a good thing you are leaving my house. And as far as I'm concerned, the sooner you leave, the better.